Yeah, the stream's holding up. At least for now. Yeah. Um, it's gonna be a bit of a boring one, to be honest. Uh, Titan is again gonna be late. How late? I don't know, but he's gonna be late. To guess that he would be before qualifying. But yeah, Monaco, one of the most boring tracks to watch. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Um, we're lacking quite a bit of people right now in here. Um, there's been quite a lot going in terms of overall, um, well, the last race results and then the seat changes. I mean, the seat changes are normal, to be honest. So from what I see, and some of you can already see, is that Beatnik has been dropped to Cadillac from Ferrari. Then Night Owl leaves Williams to join Ferrari. This is only just the full-time drivers signing. Goldley leaves Haas to join Williams. And then Mintuki and Rex, aka Dylan, switch places. So Mintuki goes from McLaren to Audi, and Dylan goes from Audi to McLaren. Then it's gonna be some few position position changes. Reserves as well in here. Regent in the Mercedes. I think Dom as well in the Haas. Nisa in the Alpine. Brad in the Audi. Redfire in the Red Bull, I believe, as well. Is one of the reserves. Kind of as well hard to tell who where should be and all that. But Gecko is gonna be in here. Cookie yet again will not drive today. Tiazom, Korea, Forge Flames, Regent, Beatnik, Invade, Nisev, and Bobby. Um, yeah, I mean, Dylan, anyways, is not driving, so we won't see two McLarens or two official drivers for McLaren in here. But to the driver standings, or I guess to the last race, because some of you might remember that last race, uh, there was a bit of chaos, not because of dirty driving or whatever, although we could get into that in a bit, between two drivers, one in a Mercedes, one in a Red Bull. But it's mainly due to the fact that EA servers decided to go boom, and the race went out on lap like 22 out of 32, I believe it was, like somewhere after 50% of the race, late stage of the race. And then the race results got a bit fucked. Sprint results stay the same, so Gecko P1, Reese P2, TB third, Night Owl fourth, F1 Shots fifth, Norris sixth, Goatley seventh, and Redfire in eighth. That's the sprint results. But then, in the race results, in the official race results, first things first, full points have not been awarded. I guess the 75% points got rewarded. So Reese, who won the race, got awarded 19 points. P2 Night Owl got 14. F1 Shots in third got 12. TB in fourth got 9. Blondie in fifth with a Cadillac, got 8 points. Redfire in sixth got 6 points. Goldley in seventh with 5 points. That's there he goes. Dylan, aka Wrecked, in eighth with 3 points. Norris in ninth with 2, and then Lasse in 10th with 1. Cadillac again. You might say, where's Gecko? Gecko is in 11th. He got a 10-second penalty for, I assume, the he failed to leave adequate racing room twice. Once was against Alex Norris. The other time, not really sure. We don't really have the we can't really see any sort of clips or against who it happened, which could be another thing that one thing that could be improved on. That if there is some sort of an incident, or if there's 2 incidents with the same driver not leaving space, then it could still be separated. Anyways, Lasse as well got a penalty. Next has got a 3 race ban. 3 race ban. But because of that, because of the complicated race results, and just all the chaos that happened there, Gecko not being able to maximize the points that he could have gotten, Cookie still retains his championship lead with 100 points. Gecko in second has closed in with that win in the sprint with 89 points now. Reese has really closed in on the 2 Mercedes in third with 77 points. Night Owl in fourth with 59 points. Reese, by the way, he really did close in with his first win of the season. And as well, the first non-Mercedes win of this season, because all the races up until this point have been won by a Mercedes. Night Owl in fourth with 59 points. Norris in fifth with 38. TB in sixth with 33. Savage in seventh with 32. F1 Shots with the same amount of points. Redfire in ninth with 29. Josh in 10th with 20. And then Mintoki 11th with 14. Beatnik in 12th with 10. Miniko 13 with 9. And Blondie and Robin and Fusion with 8 points. Derigoat in 17th with 7. Top G in 18 with 5. Dylan in 19 with 3. And Tank in 20 with 3. In the constructors, well, technically the gap should have closed in to the previous round, but we don't have the round 4 results, unfortunately, so we have to do what we have. And well, Alan Reed on the stream. Who the fuck is Alan Reed? Who the fuck is Alan Reed? This savage. What the fuck? Mercedes still keep their comfortable lead in the constructors, first with 208 points. McLaren, though, in second with 123 points, first win of the season for them. Comfortably in front of Red Bull, who are in third with 78 points. Williams in fourth with 64 points, dropped behind Red Bull. Ferrari in fifth with 45 points, still 19 points behind Williams, and still without a podium. They could have gotten a podium if TB didn't get a 3-second time penalty or some sort of penalty, I don't know. They could have gotten a podium, maybe if the lobby didn't crash, but still, No podium for them still. V-Cup in 6th with 29 points. Haas in 7th now with 15 points. The same amount of points as Alpine, but Haas have a better well, what's the finishing position than Alpine. Cadillac in 9th with 10 points. Massive points haul from Imola with P5 for Blonde. And then Lossa in 10th. That's 9 points added to them. So that's 10 points for them now. Audi in 10th with 4 points. And Aston Martin still in 11th with 0 points. Audi their first points as well in the well, in Imola. Really struggling with words. I don't fucking know why. Oh no, wait, they actually got their first points in Kota, but that was 1 point. They got a shit ton of points in Imola. As now we start qualifying in Monaco. It is short quali since we only have 16 people in here. So I mean, I'm not really blaming the people. It's the prime time for holidays. It's Monaco as well. Not many people can be asked to drive Monaco in these cars. Or just overall in Monaco. Monaco has the best qualifyings, but the worst races. So yeah, it's really terrible. Gecko, I mean, Gecko should still have a good chance at taking pole. The best car with, at the moment, the best driver. I mean, Cookie would is better than him a bit. Not by a whole lot, but a bit better. But since Gecko can just attend pretty much every single race at the moment, compared to Cookie, who has missed like this is his second race that he's missing. Gecko can really just catch back up in the standings. And yeah, I mean, if everything goes right, or somewhat right to Gecko, then Gecko should be easily in front of Cookie in the driver standings after this race. I mean, pretty much he needs like a top 4 and he's in front. Of course, P4 is gonna only give him 1 point advantage over Cookie. Winning this race would mean that he would be 14 points in front, since he's 11 points behind. So of course you want to maximize it. You want to really maximize the point gain as Penguin comes around the Nouvelle chicane and then heading into Tabac. What's the second sector gonna be? It's gonna be a 52.881 through the swimming pool section, the chicanes, and then into Rascas, and then the final corner, which there is a name to it, but I forgot what the name was, and then just full blast to the finish line, and it's gonna be a 1:11.539 from Penguin. It's gonna be easily beaten by someone in the back. That's gonna be Gecko, who goes fastest, 1:10.348 by Gecko. Fake TB though, very, very close to him, 0.03 of a second behind him. So TB doesn't want to make this pole position that easy for Gecko. He is there to fight for it. I mean, this is probably the best chance that TB and any other team really has a chance to win this race, because if you get pole, then it's really difficult to overtake. You really have to do your stuff with strategy, and yeah, this track is so easy with the battery. It's laughable compared to like Las Vegas, Australia, Silverstone. Bobby got a 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. Who the fuck could he be blocking? I guess the Williams in front of him? That is Fusion, I guess? Anyways, he got himself a 5 plus grip penalty. Also in this track, you can do several laps in a row. In that time that I was yapping, Nisa is in third in an Alpine 110.553. F1 was in fourth with 110.571. Gecko improving through the first sector by 84 thousandths. TB down on his time by 9 hundredths. Regen in 6th with 111.255. I mean, Regen did not really show that good pace in a broken Williams last week in Imola. So, kind of expected what Regen is at the moment doing. Night Owl in 6th, 8 tenths back from TB. Gecko a 10th up through the second sector, almost a 10th up. TB 2 tenths down, so TB is not going to improve his time. Gecko running off Raskas, and in the final corner, Red Fire goes third, 110.460, but Gecko should improve his time. And what? There he goes. What the fuck? 110.115 for Gecko. Life timing be tweaking, it seems like it. But he gained 2 tenths through the whole lap, and he gained a whole tenth through the third sector. So now the gap between himself and TB is over 2.5 tenths. A little over 2.5 tenths. So yeah, Gecko is just really showing what to do in here. Hi, Titan.
Oh, how goes it?
There we go. Regen in 6 with 110.7. You're missing a good qualifying in here. Probably the most entertaining part of this whole race. Of this whole weekend.
It is Monaco. Extremely tight, basically next to impossible areas to pass. But we've seen people go the insane distances thinking they can do it. That's why we always hear from Jeff, no heroics in the Sand Vault, please.
Yeah, especially on lap 1. And I mean, really the only places that you can really overtake around Monaco is the Nouveau Chicane and probably turn 1, which is Sandoval. Those are the really 2 places you can really overtake. Other than that, I mean, there's nowhere really else to do. And those
In
2 places
RPL's history, we have
yeah, go on.
had some unique overtakes happen. We've had a couple in Mirabeau. We had one going up to the casino hairpin. And one year we even saw an attack before Tabac.
Jesus. I mean, then he must have really gotten a really good run on the exit out of Nouveau Chicane. Like an insane run. Probably put on some cheats. Grip hacks. Red Fire is improved. No, he's 3 tenths down. Just hitting walls. F1 shots is... Seems like he should be on a lap. Rounding off the final corner. Boost mode on. Interesting. In this circuit that you really need grip is really interesting. The front shot doesn't improve. Night Owl is not really having a good time in P9. Behind Fusion and Penguin. Reese still yet to set a time. The last race winner. A bit of an interesting
TV's
winner.
get the visual glitch is back on, and this time it's on TV. No wing, no nose. It's
seems
freaking
like
hilarious just to watch.
It's only for you. I don't have it.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
No, I don't.
I'll make a little screen record and I'll probably send it to you later. But it's absolutely hilarious to watch.
I mean, I know
I think it's TV's up by a couple of tenths as he gets to
hundreds.
the Raskas, and now Anthony Noakes to finish off his lap. And let's see what TV's got as he rumbles across the line. and he is just a hair behind Gecko, 10th off, 10.2.
Yeah, exactly at 10th. He gained 1.5 tenths on that lap, but yeah, he still needs another that as
There
Reese
we
goes
go.
fastest. 1:10.043 for Reese. Very good time from last week's winner in Imola. Bit of an interesting winner because the whole lobby went to shit. Um, but still, win is a win.
Yep.
Now, Gecko is yet going for yet another run on a brand new set of softs, already improving to the first sector by 900s, so already there in front of Reese through the first sector. But of course, there's this whole
Got
second
traffic
and
ahead.
third sector and traffic as well, like you said. Not as much traffic, to be fair. Reese is letting him through nicely. Uh, then there are the two red well, RB
A V-Carb and a
cars.
Red Bull.
Yeah, basically Red Bull family cars. Through the second sector, Gecko hits the wall.
Oh,
2 tenths up through the second sector. We're gonna, if he holds his lap, we should easily see a 109 lap in this session. Bit of an oversteer on the exit of Rascaz and then into Anthony Hooks or whatever you said the corner was. Across the line, Gecko goes into 109's 09847 and retakes P1 from Reese by exactly 2 tenths from Reese.
that's
TBS.
Anthony Nogues. That's what I call it. It's
No.
the
Noakes.
the Nogue of the Nogues.
Noakes.
But
Weird
yeah, one
name.
thing that you mentioned earlier when Night Owl being in that, well, it's now 10th, but here he comes across the line to improve. He only goes up to ninth. So yeah, Night Owl who just appeared on the podium for the first time last week. He is the 73rd driver to get an F1 podium here in Tier 1, and he did it in the Mercedes, but then he switched over to being in Ferrari now, and I believe,
Mm.
if I have it correctly, Night Owl, I think, is also the new co-team principal
Yeah,
of Ferrari. I could be incorrect, but the reason for that
yes.
was because at Mercedes, Night Owl left there, and ETSR Leighton is now the co-team principal at Mercedes.
Mm. Yeah. So just a shit ton of movings. Like always, team movings, drivers moving, and as well, I guess, team principals or co-team principals moving. For now, classic RPL stuff at the moment, at least for me. Fusion is improving through the second sector by just less than a tenth. He could go in front of F1 Shorts if he keeps this up through the third sector, or if he improves, he could go in front of Nisa as well. Fusion through the line doesn't improve his time, actually, just under that 2 thousandths slower than his fastest lap, so stays in 7th. In that time, there's some bit of carbon fiber, but Forge Flames is not, well, Flames is when you were talking about those transfers, I saw Flames block TB, who was on a lap, and then I guess Bobby as well uh, got blocked by Flames. TB got pretty much
Oh
blocked
joy!
throughout the whole third sector, and then Flames was trying to let through TB, but TB went into the pits, and then on the exit out of the final corner, he blocked Bobby. So, really a great debut for Flames at the moment so far. Brad's barely improved his time. Beadnik is the next one to come across the line. 2 tenths up through the second sector, 2.5 through the finish line, just behind the Audis, but still behind them by 200s and 900s to Brad and Mitoki. Yeah,
Since you
Flames.
mentioned Bobby, I just
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just on with Bobby, and he just invalidated at the exit of the swimming pool chicane. Had a little tap of the wall into back, but that he had just over a tenth of a second improvement. So if he did not invalidate, he would have overtaken Torn Penguin 4/10 on the board.
Mm. And in that time, F1 Shorts blasted his time up into P2, 109.930. I think that was a 6/10th improvement compared to his previous best time. And yeah, he's right in between Reese and Gecko still. That's 900 behind Gecko, but very, very close nonetheless. Gecko is yet
Oh yeah.
again on a lap. Reese and TB are on their out laps. We are reaching the 2.5 minute mark. Gecko still improving through the third sector by 1.5 tenths. He's still finding time, just brushing the walls and, well, tapping those walls as well. Maybe not just tapping, maybe just absolutely going at them. As Gecko across the line still improves by a bit over a tenth. 109.719. Regen retires in the pits. So I guess he doesn't think that he can improve his time. So the best that he can hope for is 8th. Reese and TB start. I mean, TB is 8 tenths down, so he's not on a lap.
Oh
Redfire's
wow.
neither.
So I just took a look at the incidents and saw that Bobby, I guess in the early stage of qualifying, I guess he got bopped with a 5 place grid drop for illegal blocking.
Yeah, I was.
That does suck.
Yeah, I was as well surprised that he got
But
hit
with
hit with
F1
that.
shorts, by the way, with his lap that he got, that 9-9,
Yeah.
Sector 1, he was up by an eighth of a second, nearly 4/10 in Sector 2, and just and then about a tenth and a half in Sector 3. That's how much he gained. He gained over literally almost 6.5 tenths from that last run. Very solid stuff from the
Mm.
Red Bull driver.
Yeah, as well as Reese,
Agreed.
almost 4/10 through almost 4/10 of an improvement through the second sector. Reese across the line, lost that tenth, 1.5
Oh,
tenths that he would have needed. Still behind Gecko, but very close behind him though. 109.795. That time that he lost through the third sector costed him provisional pole position because that is going to be his last run because he cannot get around the lap quick enough. Gecko at 10 down through the first sector already. F1 Shorts is as well on a run, 5,000 down. These are going to be one of the last runs that we're going to see from some drivers. TB absolutely clobbering that wall on the outside of Tabak. He's still 4/10 up though. He would still need to gain a lot more through the third sector. And let's see if he can get it. Redfire retires in Casino as TB goes fastest by 1,000 of a second.
wow.
109.718. Gecko at the moment is
Oh,
not improving. He's at 10 down through the second sector. Can he pull off a absolute miracle through the third sector? Can he do it? No, he cannot. TB at the moment is faster than Gecko by 1,000 of a second. Nisse has invalidated Nidal in 7th, Fusion in 8th. Reese and Redfire are out as well. So it should be TB with a pole position by just 1,000th
wow.
of a second, unless, I don't know, someone is gonna pull an absolute upset in here in the backmarker teams or midfield teams, which is not gonna happen. Beatnik is gonna improve, but stays in 15th. Flames has no front wing, so he's gonna stay in 17th. Yeah, that is it. Only Flames and TB have to cross the line. So TB takes first pole position for the Scuderia, and what a place to do it in Monaco. And by just that 1,000th of a second as well in front of Gecko, by 1,000th of a second. Just literally one I don't even know if a mistake just tiny bit slower through one corner and then he would have lost it. Lost the pole. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, and it is absolutely insane. And I'm looking at the stats. I'm gonna get the stats here in a sec. But TB got his first pole position since season 12. I just have to find when that last one is. So, but yeah, season 12 was the last time TB got pole position.
Hmm. It was still quite a long time ago. Recent third, F1 shows involved Nisse in fifth in an Alpine in front of Red Fire. And then it was Night Owl and then, well, a lot of other drivers that forgot already. So yeah, what a place for TB to do it. Hopefully he doesn't bin it into the, well,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That was the wins. That was the wins. My fault.
ah,
Yeah, my fault. My fault. It was the win section. That was dumb of me. Hang on, let me. I had the wrong section.
uh,
Wait a minute. This is the wins column. I'm stupid.
and that
Oh,
was,
wait,
and
no,
that,
never mind. Season 12 was the last time. First poll.
hmm, and that was
And it
apparently,
was and it's a seventh one. It's now a seventh one.
and that was as well, apparently the closest pole margin in RPL's history as well, by Dainty in the chat. 1,000 of a
Yes.
second.
I think the closest one we had was somewhere between 3 thousandths to 8 thousandths of a second. That was the closest. So fair
Mm,
props to TB for getting it done.
yeah.
Here it is. Here it is. TB's last poll was season 12 in the Netherlands. And that was round 10.
Mm.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Gonna be lights out now. And go here in the Monaco Grand Prix. TB, does he get a good start? He does get a good enough that he's coming in front of Gecko. Gecko still hangs it around the outside. Gecko takes the lead as we exit the Sandvoort and go up the hill into the casino. TB got an absolute terrible exit. By the way, sorry that I had to cut you there. But yeah, TB losing the race lead in the first corner already, just letting Gecko have the outside. As behind there's contact between an Audi and Alpine. That is, I think, Brad and Nisse. Nisse dropping down to
oh,
P9.
and we got a
As
dog pile.
as well, Regent down to 16th, Dom as well in 17th, and we've got a virtual safety car out on the circuit. I mean, there's a lot of debris. Dom has a broken front wing. I think there was as well. Um, Brad as well has a broken front wing. Nisse as well has a broken front wing. There's someone in the back, I think, as well, who has a broken front wing. Probably
Yeah,
Regent.
Dom,
No, not
Dom's got it.
Regent. Yeah, Dom as well.
Dom's got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like Regent went off in Mirabeau. That's what happened. And then in the hairpin, literally looked like from Bobby down to Beatnik, it was just a pile up in a parking lot at the exit of the hairpin. But we're back on the way.
Yep. Gecko still leading on the way. Brad and Nisse, of course, pitting. Tom doesn't pit with his broken front wing. Oh my god,
Oh,
there's a bit of fighting between Flames and I think that was Penguin. It seems like it's into turn 1.
guilty
Flames,
actually.
yeah, Flames being so far from what we see a bit dodgy so far. But that's what we see for now. Just faking a move down inside on Beatnik. But yeah, I don't know what was TB's call to go on the hards that good, because he did he lost the he lost the lead because he just, well, didn't get that good of a start. I mean, Gecko was on the outside. He had to leave him space, unfortunately, and then just Gecko had the run around the outside. And TB had a really bad exit. That overstay just costed him that. Well, the run. And yeah, Gecko is now leading comfortably in front. TB trailing back. But of course, let's see how the strategies will do. Maybe the strategy is gonna come in the favor of TB, but of course, it's pitting for mediums. If there's gonna be a one-stop, that is. If it's gonna be a two-stop, then it's gonna be a bit different. With a two-stop or
Last I
anything.
knew, this track should be a one-stop.
Yeah, yellow's behind. That's
And,
Regen
oh,
out
Regent's wrecked!
in the casino, and that's a VSC again. Gets another VSC out on the circuit. Regent, I'm assuming he just turned in too early into the casino, and yeah, tire gone, and race gone with that as well.
Or he maybe turned slightly early, bumped off the wall, bumped off the inner wall, got catapulted into the outside wall, and that's what did him in. That happened to me in season 2 Monaco.
That, I mean, that could happen as well, but that's very, I would say that's kind of unlikely, but that still can happen. Anything can happen, honestly, with this game. So yeah,
Ain't that the truth?
a lap 4, and we half the laps we already have two VSCs. So yeah, Regen as well leaves. I mean, pretty understandable. He crashed the car. He's no longer driving, so yeah. But with these VSCs, I think it's gonna be even more a one-stop, since you can just save the tires quite a lot. But it's, I think the rear highway is gonna be absolutely cooked on this circuit. The fronts are just gonna be calm, just on vacation somewhat. The rears are gonna be just cooked, especially with these with the battery formula that we have nowadays. Just the instant power from the batteries.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
Gonna kill the rears. And of course, on this circuit, there's no straight mode, because I mean you don't really need it, because the batteries, you just regain the battery capacity so easily. Dom gets the first 3-second time penalty of the race. Yeah, this is the sort of Monaco race that we can expect it. Not really much happening. New wrecks, smaller cars, still not
To be fair, when we have Monaco in another league, we basically have basically like a wing roulette to see how many wings will be broken by and have to be replaced by the end of the race.
So y'all are just betting.
So far, we've had 3 already.
Technically, you could. I mean, 3 Regen could have broken his front wing with that crash. Could have. But that's, well, I guess we would have to ask Regen then after the race. Penguin being close, yellow's sector 2, that's Brad going straight on into Mirabeau. Yeah, Penguin just getting close to Flames. I mean, that's kind of the closest thing, as well as Bobby is very, very close behind Mintoki. Really close behind her gearbox. Can Bobby have a run into Sandoval? He's closing. Not really, just Mintoki closing in, but Mintoki goes straight on, locks up, and Bobby overtakes. And there he goes as well, overtakes Mintoki. Mintoki, does she have front wing damage? Yes, she does have front wing damage. So just that bit of a lockup. Maybe, perhaps, Bobby pushed her as well. So that's why maybe as well Mintoki went straight on and had that lockup. But in the end, Mintoki loses two places on Bobby, and Dairy Goat we're going straight on in Sandvort. Flames as well got himself a 3-second time penalty in that time. Penguin still kind of close behind Flames, but just not really able to just go for a move. I mean, it really is. With these batteries,
Oh,
you can just really, um, well,
just saw
defend.
Mintoki just
What?
clock the wall again.
I mean, she can probably tell, or tell. I mean, she can probably feel it in the car that it's not turning with the broken front wing. So I guess she just needs to readjust herself. That there is considerably more honesty in the car compared to earlier. The car's not gonna be turning at all. Yeah. Penguin's still kind of close, but I mean, we'll see if he could have a run on Flame. With that slide, he's not gonna have a run on Flames. Into the not Mirror chicane, fucking Nouvelle chicane. Lap 7 out of 39, and it it already is a bore fest. Was that Mintoki going straight on? I think that was Mintoki going straight on in Nouvelle chicane. It's going side by side into Tabak, and Flames is in front. Is that my internet just giving up? Oh my!
Oh,
What
big
the?
wreck!
Yeah, VSC out as well.
Forge just went off. Yeah, Forge went off in the swimming pool chicane. Basically, got hippity hopped by the curbing. Got launched in front of Mintoki's path. Forge crashed and died, and Mintoki, nowhere to go, crashes into his wrecked car, and she is severely damaged from that. And so I wouldn't be surprised. Mintoki's probably pretty pissed off on what
Yeah,
happened there.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised either. I was a bit confused what was happening there because because my fucking
Oh,
internet
safety car.
is again a bit giving up. Yeah, we have as well a safety car, full safety car. So yeah, uh, TB is his strategy is a bit fucked on the hearts. The strategy on the hearts, he's gonna have to pit again. Definitely, he's gonna have to pit again. So we could see yet another race where Ferraris are not gonna get a podium in this race, or in this season, sorry. Gecko of course pits. I mean, pretty much everyone is gonna pit. There's I mean, there's no so the
Oh,
drive-through penalty for TB. Ay ay
oh
ay ay
no!
ay.
That's it. That's dead for him.
Yeah, TB's not. That's the race done for him, and as well for Bobby as well.
And Bobby just
Drive-through,
got it too.
drive-through penalties for Bobby and TB is the are the speed timings working correctly, or are they broken here as well? Like in real life, they were possibly, but yeah, TB is gonna have to. TB and Bobby are gonna have to do those drive-through penalties after the safety car restart, so they can't do it under the safety car, so their race is pretty much fucked. Yeah, honestly, that incident between Flames and Mintoki, I was really confused because I was lagging like crazy in that. I was really, I was really confused. Like with lag, you know as well, Titan, that when there's lag, you don't know
Mm-hmm.
what is going on. You, like, you see a car going off the circuit, and then the next second he's back on the circuit. I thought that was happening. In the end,
He
that
didn't. He went. What happened? Forge actually put it out. He said that that after he got past Mintoki, he his controller fell down to the floor, and his controller fell to the floor and his wheel inputs got overrode by the
oh
controller, and all of his inputs just got shut down.
oh
and Bobby is not happy because according he said that when he entered the pits, his delta was in the positive by 1.2 seconds.
Mm. So yeah, because that's speeding on the safety car. They got it with that, and if they had their delta up, game glitch. That's. I guess the timings are wrong then. They are wrong as well in here, I guess. Well,
And Torn and Torn
it's.
Penguin's also very upset because he wants to know which driver. I guess apparently when they were on the grid, somebody readied up very very quickly before the host did, because Torn Penguin didn't get his setups set properly.
Is there not Park Fermeon in here, or why would? uh, Was he changing quali setup to a race setup? If you couldn't get that set up properly, kind of weird.
Um,
I mean,
well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you can change your I don't know if you could change your tire pressures, but
that you can, but
I think that's.
still. Anyways,
Oh,
safety car is in this lap, so Gecko's gonna be controlling the pace. I mean, pretty much he can go now or already if he wants, but most likely he's gonna go after the final corner. Now he's gonna go, so we are back to green flag racing. Gecko should be easily able to just keep the lead, even if he would have lost it to TB. He should be still able to keep it as TB massive slide on the exit out of T1, a similar one that we saw on lap 1. Beatnik losing a shit ton of places, spun on the exit of turn 1. He's sideways on the circuit still, not moving, I guess not believing what happened. But he's down to P15. For him as well, it's a bit race done. So for all three different Ferrari engine-powered cars, for one of those cars, it's pretty much, well, not really race over, but all any hopes of a good result are done. Gecko's still leading the way. Behind Night Owl, Redfire and Fusion are kind of close. Penguin close behind Bobby, but of course Bobby, they don't really need to focus on Bobby because Bobby is going to be anyways out from here unless Bobby is doing a George Russell strategy from real life where he's just trying to bunch up the entire field as Beatnik cuts the entire, I guess, the Nouvelle Chicane with that 10-second penalty. Yes, he is
I think he's pretty much done.
yeah, he's cutting the course. I can tell already. But Bobby is really trying to just slow down the entire field behind. He's trying to just to be honest, I don't know what is he trying to do with this, because if he causes another safety car, that's not gonna benefit him at all. So I don't know. He's just trying to get damage for some other people, I guess. Which he somewhat is, well, not really succeeding because no one has gotten any damage from what we can see. For me, Dairy Goat has the the front wing glitch. But anyways, Penguin trying to go around the outside of Bobby, but of course into Nouvelle Chicane around the outside is not really doable. Dairy Goat did really hit the back of Penguin quite a lot. Beatnik still cutting corners. He's really trying to get himself the most amount of penalties as possible. I mean, fair enough.
Ain't the first time he's done it.
Yeah, Bobby goes into the pits. He tries
Bobby's
to...
saving.
Yeah, Bobby into the pits. So the rest of the pack is finally free from that Sunday driving from Bobby. TB...
6 seconds.
Yeah, from Penguin to Fusion.
Torn Penguin and Fusion.
Yeah.
And TB, he has to come in this lap. If he does not, he'll be disqualified for not serving the drive-through.
Yeah, so I mean, for the Beatnik again at it. But yeah, unfortunately for TB and Bobby, those drive-through penalties, even if they are they would be unfair to them. They unfortunately have to serve them. They can't just not serve them. They have to, because otherwise they're going to be DSQ'd. So it's really unfortunate for them, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So TB on the exit out of Raskas is gonna come into the pits, take the drive-through, and then I guess pray that he's gonna be in front of Dom. Hopefully hopefully he is. That could have been, Bobby could have been as well doing that to TB so that he would be in front of in the top 7, but in the end, well, he's gonna be in front of Dom at least, so he's gonna have one less car to deal with, at least, but still down to 12th, and he has to pit in this race still because he started on the hards. So yeah.
Oh,
How many penalties has 46 seconds? Jesus Christ. What happened?
what? Nissy's getting creative. Look at this.
Side by side in the hairpin, almost three wide on the exit of the hairpin by Nisa, Brad, and TB. TB just
Damn.
trying to get through. He's overtaking Brad.
That's important, eh?
Yep. And now, is he gonna go for the move on Nisa? He doesn't. Gecko gets himself a 3-second time penalty in the lead. This is not really great news. Yeah, that's not great news for Gecko. I mean, he now needs to extend the gap to over 3 seconds. So the Sunday drive that he could have done now needs to turn into a, I guess, after work drive to home. To the bed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else, or if you are late to work drive. Just to fully blast it.
TB's gunning for it and passes. Nissy gets himself back into the points. But yeah, Nissy literally at casino with Brad, they both turned in slightly early, both bounced off the inner wall. And then Nissy just managed to sneak in enough to get an attack at Mirabeau, and they were side by side at the hairpin. Yeah, as you mentioned, almost 3 wide at the exit of the hairpin, and before Portier. So when Nissy and TB both got past Brad, that was really tight, but really good. Good racing between those 3.
Yeah, no any major. I mean, there was contacts, yes, but not any major contacts or anything that.
Is that Beatnik again?
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah, it is him at it again. But it was still like hard but clean racing in the end between them. So there could have been a big incident between those 3, but in the end they got it off pretty clean. I mean, of course there was contact, but could have ended a lot worse. There we go, quite close behind Penguin. But I mean, even though he's this close, he's gonna try to send it into turn 3, but just, I mean, it's really, for those kind of sends, it's really ambitious to go for. You really need to send it. Beatnik again. How many penalties can he even take still? He's got 50 seconds, 55 seconds penalty. How many? Tell me that he's close.
He's gone over a minute before.
He doesn't
He's
even
gone over a minute before.
He doesn't even have the warning that he's gonna get the DSQ'd if he gets another penalty. At least not in the race director. So I mean, okay.
Ooh, that was close.
TB
Toki gets passed by TB before Nouvelle.
Yeah, so he's up at P9. There he goes, still close behind Penguin, but I mean, just cannot go for it. So Raskas was close, but that slide cost him a bit. The extra Raskas, he's still close. But I mean, this is the problem, that you cannot really go for a sneaky move anywhere with your battery, or just save more battery smartly compared to your opponent with the overtake mode. Because the car in front still can save battery. He can just go a bit slower through some of these corners, like turns 3 and 4, and especially the Mirabeau, Hairpin and Portier section. He can just go really slow and then just go slow and save battery. There he goes, went for a very adventurous move into the hairpin. Is he gonna give the position back? Yes, he does in the end. Was waiting if he was gonna go that, but there he goes yet again at it,
That was
trying to go for it.
ambitious.
Yeah, it was very ambitious. As he
Oh, he
gets a
gets a
3
penalty
sec.
now.
Yeah, 3 second as well. Really trying to attack Penguin, costing him a
Oh,
penalty contact
that
between them.
um,
There he goes, spun round on the exit of Tabak because Penguin went into the wall. Thomas as well is gonna do the same as Beatnik. But there he goes, now with a broken front wing. And Penguin as
same
well
with
dropping
Penguin.
down, going into the pits now. There he goes as well as gonna go into the pits. They're probably gonna have a bit of a word after the race, or I don't know, maybe mid race if the races are gonna go to shit, maybe. I mean it already is, but if they're gonna DNF.
Yeah, coming out of Nouvelle, I was on board with Goat Lee. He had just a major speed advantage, and then Goat Lee just rear ends the back of Torn Penguin just at Tabac. Torn Penguin went into the outside wall of Tabac. That's why he has the damage. And then after hitting the wall, the rear of Torn Penguin's car gets a little slippery, makes contact with the front of Goat Lee's car, and that's why he went for a spin and had damage too. So Goat Lee, I guess, might not have been happy with Torn Penguin about something. Try to get a little, just try to give him a little, earful for his displeasure, and it wound up backfiring.
Mm. So instead of fighting for, what was it, P7 and P8 between them, even with
Mm-hmm.
Derigoat's 3 second time penalty, now they're down to P13 and 14. So, I mean, unless there's gonna be some other chaos in this race, they most likely will.
Nick has passed a minute.
Does he? Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ.
I'm
But yeah, if
gonna
there's
have to look at that.
if there's not gonna be any sort of other chaos in front, most likely Penguin and Derigoat are gonna finish outside of the points. Bobby, I mean, if there's gonna be, he's got front wing damage, but if there's gonna be any sort of chaos in front, some driver is gonna have to pit because of front wing damage or DNF. Basically, what happened between Penguin and Derigoat, he's gonna be in the points. So yeah, he's just gonna be there to take the advantage of that if he's gonna be able to keep the car intact as well himself, because he's got the broken front wing. Intoki and Nisa are close. I mean, to be fair,
I think if I counted it right, I believe Beatnik's got like nearly 1 minute and 10 seconds of penalties. He's literally
oh
got
my
the
god,
entire Monaco track worth of penalties.
Jesus Christ. So, hold on, where is he? He's in just in front of Gecko. So with those penalties, you could kinda say that he is gonna get lapped.
2 laps down.
Yeah,
He's basically 2 laps down with
yeah,
it.
yeah, he's pretty much 2 laps down with the amount of penalties that he has. Um, pretty
Oh
interesting,
my god.
pretty weird. Because I mean, he's in 15th, not much really else to do. TB gets himself a 3 second
Oh,
time penalty as well.
that's a Nouvelle.
Yeah,
Nouvelle's quite notorious for penalties
yeah,
in
it's really
RPL.
easy.
It's basically, I mean, it's like, I know it's like 4 little corners that make up the Nouvelle chicane, but it's the second corner, that first nick of the right hander. That is your most prominent one.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to cut that as much as possible to gain time, but then with if you dodgy track limits on that, it's you can't really do much. So yeah, it's really just touch and go if it's if,
Hmm.
if you're gonna get a track limit or not. So it's really
Yeah.
easy to
Speaking of
really
penalties,
easy to get there. Yeah, go on.
well, speaking of penalties, by the way, Gecko is now 4 seconds clear of Reese. So even with the penalty applied, Gecko is going to maintain the lead here. TB, with his penalty, he is way clear Mintoki. He is almost 6 seconds clear of her. And
Mm.
Nissi, who just got a penalty, it was on Mintoki's tail, he's fine in ninth place right now because he's nearly 9 seconds clear of Brad.
Mm.
Redfire gets in the back of Night Owl and Swimming Pool.
I don't think so. I mean, Fusion as well there behind. If these are gonna make some mistakes or moves, or just gonna go slow, Fusion is there to take advantage. Redfire not going for a move on Night Owl. Night Owl looked like he didn't get a good run as Beatnik
And
retires
Phoenix dead.
from the... Yeah, he's dead. And that causes a VSC out on the circuit. So this is a perfect time for
We're
TB,
now at
or
4.
would have been. Yeah, this is the fourth neutralization of the race. This would have been a perfect time for TB to pit from those hards, because he's still yet to change to another set of tires. He's been on hards the entire race. He's not switched. He has not used mediums nor softs, so he's still forced to go into the pits. So unless this VSC is gonna go for a very long time, this VSC is pretty much useless for him. Would have been perfect if it would have been a bit earlier or later, but probably it's gonna be gone as he's gonna get into the
Oh,
well,
we
I
got
guess Nouvelle Chicane.
3 drive-throughs.
Yeah, there you go to Brad
Goat Lee,
and
Brad, and Bobby.
yeah, Bobby getting yet another drive-through, by the way, his second drive-through of the race. And there you go, and Brad, of course,
Yikes.
their first ones of the race. So, yeah, Bobby's gonna be furious. 2 drive-throughs in this race, most likely not from his fault, or I would assume not his
You
fault.
know, Dom's
Both
gonna
of
be
them.
pretty upset too, because Dom is now lapped. He's behind Reese. So Dom, who had to serve one of his 10-second penalties, which was for the corner cut that he had a while back,
Hmm.
he's now lapped down.
Yeah, so even a safety car would. I mean, a safety car could mean that if the top 2 are gonna pit, then he would be unlapped. But that, of course, is then. Well, he would need to hope that the top 2 pit. And could be as well that Gecko would stay out. Which, I mean, to be fair, I don't know. Then Reese could pit. I don't know, that'd be a whole another scenario. And then just a lot of thinking at the moment. What would be smart for Gecko or Reese to do, and then maybe for front
Wow.
shots as well. But yeah,
So
Redfire.
I'm keeping a close eye on this 3-way fight between Night Owl, Redfire, and Fusion. And I just took a look at Fusion, at Night Owl and Redfire for their warnings. Night Owl is on his second track limit warning, so one more and he will get himself into the penalty box. But Redfire, he just got his first warning just this last lap.
A very clean title for him. Very, very clean title for him in 24 laps. Only one warning is a very good. That's very good for him. Yeah, I mean,
And the only person right now in the top 5. Well, there's 2 people right now in the top 5 that do not have any warnings on them for track limits, and that is Reese and F1 Shorts. They both have a warning on the first lap, but that was because they got a warning for colliding with each other.
Yeah, so I mean, to be fair, the races at the moment are pretty boring. I mean, the races nowhere. F1 shots even more in nowhere. So so far they don't need to push. They don't have any sort of pressure at all. They can just do some Sunday driving at the moment. Nisa pitting. In the meantime, he has the gap, to be fair. Should be able to be in front of Penguin. Yes, he will be in front of Penguin. Yes, he will be. So he's gonna be stays in ninth. Takes the advantage of the fact that he had the gap on Penguin. He's and yeah, now he's gonna have to push on those mediums and well, 18 seconds to Mintoki. Fusion gets himself into penalty box, as well TB, yet another penalty for him. So TB just not really helping himself. To be fair, this...
Yeah, 6 seconds of penalties for TB, but he is over 10 seconds clear of Mintoki, so he is okay at the moment. With him, with him currently right up the tail of the front of the three cars ahead of him, of Fusion, Redfire, Night Owl, he's not going to be able to challenge for any of their positions. Now, meanwhile, with Fusion getting himself into the penalty box, this will give Night Owl and Redfire a breather because they know that even if Fusion gets by either one of them, they'll get it back via the penalty.
Yeah, I mean TB is not gonna be able to fight the three cars in front of him anyways, even if they didn't have... Yeah, even if he didn't have any penalties, because he still needs to pit. This moment would be a perfect time for TB to pit, in my opinion, since Nisa has just pitted. So instead of losing 2 positions to Nisa and Mintoki, he could lose 1 position only to Mintoki. And then the gap to Mintoki as well wouldn't be even that big. It would be like, what, 10 seconds in 13 laps on a way superior car. And then way better tires. And I mean by a lot better tires. Of course he would need to increase the gap to 6 seconds, as he does pit now on lap 27 out of 39. So let's see if he's going to be in front of Nissa. The gap did go down between TB, and he could come
Toki's in.
out. Yeah, he could. TB could come out in front of in P7, as he will come out in P7 quite comfortably. Actually, Jesus Christ, that is a big gap between himself and Nissa. There's easily like 6 seconds. Okay, maybe not 6 seconds. That's, well, close enough. 5 seconds. So,
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a free pit stop for him. So keeps it himself in P7. Mintoki in 10th behind Penguin. So yeah, I mean, free pit stop for him. Nisa behind 5 seconds, but Nisa has a 3 seconds. Penguin too far back to TB's 6 seconds. So now, with that, he can really close in on the top 3. And the top 3 cannot really... I don't think they can do really anything about it, unless they really pit now, but that would be only Fusion who would pit. But he doesn't pit, so I don't think Fusion is gonna pit at all in this race anymore. Probably better for him to just stay out and just trying to keep up the pace. Yeah, you can see that TB has got a shit ton of pace on those mediums already. Like, what was it, like 3 seconds fast? I believe that was from the laps from Fusion and TB. I mean, we could really see it on these lap, what Fusion is gonna do this lap, and then what TB will do in this lap. I mean, the gap is already going down to 13 seconds. The last lap, it was like, when TB came out the pit, it was like 18, 17 seconds. Now it's already 13 seconds. It's gonna quickly go down to 12. Pretty much now, yeah, it's already down to 12. So TB is really catching. But with his 6 seconds penalties, he's really gonna have to overtake Fusion. And pretty much the top 3 if he wants to get away from Fusion. So,
yeah, agreed.
So he's
as you
not
mentioned
going
with
to
the
do much.
laps here. So let's see. Fusion just comes across. He got himself a 15.6 for that last lap. A 15.6. TB is looking for a new personal best. He comes across the line, and it is a
12.
12.2. So 3.3 seconds faster than that. And Bradley just got himself into the penalty box for a
Yeah,
corner cut, and looks like he overshot Nouvelle, and he got himself a corner cut penalty for that. And that
yeah.
allowed Goat Lee to get himself into 11th.
Mm. And it seems like Brad kind of was trying to maybe overtake Dairy Goat, since Dairy Goat is on the bit older hards compared to Brad's younger mediums. I mean, just fighting, but still Dairy Goat in 11th. Dom yet another 3-second time penalty. Mintoki right behind Penguin, like, well, she's trying to overtake him somewhere. Probably it's gonna be the Nouvelle Chicane if she has a
Right here, I
run.
think.
Yeah, let's see. Can Penguin defend it here? Of course, defending the inside, but Mintoki is gonna have the outside. She's still there. No, doesn't want to go there.
Backs off.
Yeah, so still intent. Mintoki is. Just cannot really do much. I mean, around the outside of Nouvelle Chicane, you really have to be in front of the car. In front. Well, the car you're trying to overtake, pretty much. You have to be in front to be able to make a move. Otherwise, the car next to the one that you're trying to pass can just kind of force you off. So not much that Mintoki could do. Maybe into run up the hill. No, he's not deploying the battery at all compared to Penguin. So Mintoki just cannot really have a run. Yeah, we talked about the gaps between Fusion and TB. Now it's already 6 seconds between Fusion and TB, and it's gone like 2 laps, even that. So yeah, the pace difference between Fusion and TB is insane. But yeah, TB just cannot. I mean, he's gonna catch up to Fusion, and then well, he's gonna have to overtake him, and then yeah, he's just gonna have to overtake Tiger and Night Owl very quickly, and then try to run
Ooh,
away.
Storm Penguin made a mistake. Mintoki takes advantage, and she gets into the 9th place spot. Storm Penguin had a horrific entry onto the apex of Nouvelle, and that allowed Mintoki to take full advantage and gets herself back in the 9th.
So she's already up into 9th. Now she can. Well, a lot of time lost there was, but now she can try to catch up to Nisa. I mean, Nisa, the gap to Nisa is 13 seconds. Nisa's got 3-second time penalty, so it's pretty much a 10-second gap. Brad pits again. Yeah. To be honest, with that gap between Mintoki and Nisa, I don't think Mintoki will be able to catch up to Nisa. Nisa's got only 2 lap older medium, so the difference is the gap difference, or the pace difference, is not gonna be that big. And Nisa did put it P5 in qualifying.
Whoa!
So TB
Bit
is
of wheel
really
spin.
TB is really pushing.
Bit of wheel spin on Red Fire. He just saw an opportunity, thought about trying to go against Night Owl, but coming out of the final corner, he just got a lot of wheel spin on the exit and nearly lost it.
I mean, those red eyes on those hearts are shot for everyone in Sector 2 yellows. That's Gecko. Is Gecko causing yellows? But the gap did not go down. Oh no,
It's Dom.
Yeah. No, Bobby. That's
Dom's
Bobby.
got no wing.
Bobby.
Oh, it's Bobby?
Retires.
He's got no wing. He's out.
Yeah, he is out. No safety car intervention. So
I think it's because we maxed it.
yeah, could be. Could be as well. TB overtaking Fusion in the meantime into Tabak. So TB's up into P6. But this is what we talked about twice. Now the third time. That's yeah, TB overtakes Fusion, but now unless Fusion gets a another 3-second time penalty, or I don't know, Fusion is really gonna fall off the pace compared to the 3 in front of him, then TB is gonna fall down to P7. Although Fusion is really dropping the gap between TB and Fusion is going really down. Red Fire does see defend from TB. TB sends it down. He sends to Mirabo on Red
Oh,
Fire.
tight.
Side by side now into the hairpin. TB on the outside. Red Fire on the inside. Now TB on the inside into
Wow.
the corner after hairpin. And TB up at the P5. And now into the tunnel.
You know what I think is going to happen? I
Night
think
Owl.
TB's going to pass Night Owl, and Night Owl's going to hold up Red Fire and Fusion so TB can keep fourth.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Night Owl lets him through.
Yeah. TB.
Honestly, I see that's a pretty good team game right there.
Yeah, it is. So TB up to fourth. And then Night Owl is gonna try to do... I mean, I don't even think Night Owl is gonna have to... like, really slow down Red Fire
Oh, Fusion's
at
in the
all.
pits.
Yeah, Fusion in the pits. I mean, his tires are probably shot. Yellow's behind. That's Nisa.
And let's see.
Oh, that's
They
hard,
had
by
a
the way.
spin out at Rascast.
Yeah, but Fusion pitted for hearts. Maybe he had only one set of mediums, but still a bit weird. Yeah, but is he gonna be in front of Mintoki?
Now gets up in the
They're
8th.
side by side. Mintoki is in front of Fusion. Not that well calculated by Fusion. He's gonna have to really overtake Mintoki.
Well, he does have extremely hurts.
But yeah, he does have a 3-second time penalty as well, so I mean, we'll see when is Fusion gonna be able to overtake Mintoki, and then what the pace difference is gonna be between those two. But yeah, I mean, back to TB and Night Owl. I mean, the gap between TB and Night Owl is already
3 seconds.
3 seconds. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know if Night Owl is going that much slower, but he probably doesn't even have to, because those hearts are short compared to the mediums. I mean, mediums at this point are gonna be quite done as well. But I mean, those hearts are just gonna be a lot more done. So yeah, TB should be able to just grab fourth pretty easily at this rate. Still no podium for Ferrari in this season at the moment.
Wow,
Fusion.
going up the hill, Fusion got Mintoki. Up the hill.
I guess maybe a mistake by Mintoki on the exit out of Sandevot.
Possibly.
Maybe. Yeah, Fusion is in 8th. I don't know if I sound distracted, but I've seen a few flashes on outside of my window, and I don't know if it is raining or not. It was kind of projected that there's going to be thunderstorms, so perhaps around this time. I don't know, I'm kind of confused. Yellow.
Lee just had an issue.
Yep. Front wing damage for him. Maybe just, well, going wide into Mirabo. And yeah, broken front wing for him. How many penalties does he have? Him and Brad have the same mount. Yeah. Classic Monaco.
Indeed.
Fire. Yeah, Red Fire is still... Red Fire has him behind Night Owl like 70% of the race, but he just cannot get a run because Night Owl is just not really making... He's not making a mistake. Just keeping it somewhat clean.
Well, don't forget that Ferrari has that extra power. The Ferrari power tax is what we call it. Mainly for the straight line speed. But I mean, it actually worked, as I mentioned it, because TB is now 7.5 seconds clear Night Owl, so his 4th place is essentially locked down.
Yeah, unless, I mean, even if TB is gonna get himself another penalty, he can just, well, Night Owl can go a bit slower, plus the pace difference is gonna make it up anyways. So unless TB I don't know. He's gonna crash the car. Then he should be fine. TB has caught up to the back of F1 shorts. To be fair, he's already six
Oh,
tenths. I
that's
mean,
wild.
he's right behind him. So I mean, with 3 laps to go, with less than 3 laps to go, TB is right behind F1 shorts. I mean, I don't know would I in TB's position would go for the move. I mean, if you really have a clear opportunity to go for it, then of course, but he has 6 second penalty. By the time that he can overtake him, it's gonna be less than 2 laps. I mean, we'll see. Is TB gonna go for a move? He now has the extra kilowatts to go for it with that overtake mode. He's gonna go for it. Can't go for it into Saint Devote. Maybe on the exit out of Saint Devote. Slide on the exit. Try to get the power
Wow.
down. Now maybe on the inside. No, doesn't want to go for it into turn 3. Around the outside of turn 3. Now into the
Ooh,
casino. He's gonna have the inside. They're still going side by side. Now into
this
Mirabel.
is great.
TB is gonna have the inside and is gonna get third. He's in front of F1 Shots. F1 Shots doesn't send it into hairpin. Wise choice, to be fair. Because that would have been a bit, well, not deadly, but a lot of contact. But TB
Mm-hmm.
now, I mean, I still don't think that he's going to be able to pull a 6 second gap out of nowhere. I mean, even when those mediums were at, like, the freshest, he was only gaining 3 seconds a lap to Fusion, and that was when those mediums were really fresh. Now when they're used, I mean, if he would have only had a 3 second penalty, he could have gotten that 3 second gap, but a 6 second gap, I don't think so. As Gecko has started the final lap of the race, I think the gap between Reese and Gecko all of a sudden is up to 13 seconds. It was like 8 seconds like 5 laps ago, now it's already 13, so Reese either made a massive mistake, which is highly
Or he's
probable, or
nursing those tires.
yeah, that could be as well.
Whoa! Red Fire almost hit the wall exiting out of turn 1.
Mm. Um, yeah, the gap between TB and F1 shows. I mean, yeah, it's not even 2 seconds, just getting there. So yeah, unless F1 shots gets himself a 3 second time penalty, then I don't see TB getting the podium. But Gecko rounding off Raskas, started second, but with TB's bad start, took the race lead from Sandevot and carried it home to the finish line. Gecko wins the Monaco Grand Prix, takes the championship lead from his teammate Cookie. And as well, Mercedes extended lead in the constructors. Reese finishes second. TB on track finishes third. But F1 Shorts is gonna grab the third place back because TB had 6 second penalty to his name. Night Owl is gonna finish fifth. Redfire in sixth. Fusion is gonna come home in seventh. The last race for Broken Williams. Next week, Williams are gonna be back where they should be. Mintoki grabs eighth. Another set of huge points for Audi. Nisa in ninth. Penguin grabs the final points pink position. Then is Brad, Dairygoat, and Dom is gonna run off the race on wet tires on a slick track. Or slick track. Dry track. And then Bobby, Beatnik, Flames, and Reach and DNFs. Honestly, not that bad of a Monaco race. It wasn't that bad in the end. Honestly. Could have been a lot
Yeah,
worse.
very much so.
Could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Yeah. Maybe even... What's the gap between it?
Like 13 something or 14 something.
Yeah, well, Gecko's gonna be 14 points in front of Cookie. I'm just thinking, no, Reese is not gonna be in front of Cookie, but he's gonna be very close with that P2, like 5.7 points back. So yeah, Reese is what closes it on Cookie, but yeah, Gecko absolute dominance after lap one, turn one. There you can hear as well the yachts just honking their horns or whatever it's kind of officially called for the boats. Reese second, F1 shots in third. Um, Honestly, he was kind of just from lap one. He was just driving. Nothing happened to him. Absolutely nothing. As well as for Reese. Well,
Oh yeah.
that that was that was Monaco. Uh, Next week.
I will say this. I will say this just before you mention next week's event.
Okay.
I will say, despite having that drive-through and him doing actually exceptionally well, I'm gonna say, despite the drive-through and the penalties wound up screwing him up earlier on. Personally, if I have to, for my driver today pick, I would be giving it to TB as my driver today pick just for that crazy recovery job that he has done, despite the penalties and that drive through. He recovered extremely well, and on a track like this, that's even more impressive. So that's I'm just going in my opinion that TB to me gets driver today.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I agree. I mean, could pull in that Gecko with that dominant display in the lead after lap one, but yeah, I mean, TB after that drive through pretty much could have been a race over for him. But in the end, honestly, what happened to him with the strategy and all that, it really played out well. The advantage on the mediums was huge compared to those heavily used hards. So yeah, he would have gotten a podium if not the penalties. He pretty much, if not the penalties, he came from pretty much last. I mean, that was like, well, last in this grid was like 15th, 14th. He was I mean, third, not he was 13th, but still quite far back, almost to the podium on Monaco. So very impressive stuff from him, from TB. Um, Anything else to add from this race, Titan?
Um, I should be good, but one thing I will mention is well, what's the track is next week? It's Austria, right?
Uh, Spain, then it's Austria. Well,
Spain.
Spain,
Ah, okay.
Barcelona, because we have
So
two.
Catalonia and then Austria. So
Yeah.
I mean, I will mention this that I will be there for Austria, but I will not be there for Catalonia. I'm on vacation, so I will not be there for that race.
Okay, that means Reese, if you're
You'll be by
listening,
you'll be by yourself.
uh, no, actually, I'll be gone for both Barcelona and Austria. So
Oh,
Reese, if you're listening to this after the race, have fun getting someone else for Spain. So unless the race is not going to be streamed, because yeah, it seems like Barcelona's you are gone and I'm gone. So yeah, have fun, Reese. Um, yeah, yeah. Next week is Barcelona, like you heard, none of us will be there. Neither me or Titan. Uh, Titan should be back on Austria. Back on Austria. I will be back on Silverstone, which is round 9, the round after Austria. Actually, I come back on the day that there's UK actually, round 9. But I come back on the morning, so I should be easily fine to make it. Since it's like a 12-hour difference between I come back home and the race. Um, might be severely tired though, but that's gonna be in 3 weeks time, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so yeah, none of us will be there next week. So I don't know, either Reese personally is gonna commentate that, or I don't know, someone else is gonna be there, or there is not gonna be as any commentary next week. But
Oh, and one final thing before taking off.
yeah,
To those that wind up watching it, very soon in about half an hour is going to be the quarterfinal match between Norway and England. So we'll see how England does in their game coming up.
it's not coming home. Uh, I wish at least. Kind of want to see Norway go further, but
Yeah, England is at a disadvantage because they got the I'm going to butcher his last name. Kwanson has a suspension from his red card in the round of 16, and one of your midfielders is has an injury.
mm, yeah. Well, I guess uh, yeah. I guess let's go watch that then. After this stream, I don't fucking know what to else to add. It's fucking raining outside and it's fucking thunderstorming, lightning outside. Uh, at least I can see. So yeah, none of us next week. So you, Titan, Titan will be back in 2 weeks' time, and then I'll be back in 3 weeks' time. So yeah, see you when we come back, I guess. Unless you have anything else to add, Titan, to this.
Nope, I'm good.
All right, so yeah, like I said, see Titan in 2 weeks, and see me in 3 weeks' time. So ciao.